Hey everybody, it's Randy with Carchaeology, and it is Friday before Memorial Day weekend 2023. And if you are a car guy on Memorial Day weekend, I guarantee that you can find a car show somewhere in your area because it seems like they pop up all over the place. Now, obviously, the reason for the weekend, the reason for the holiday is not car shows. It's to pay tribute to those that have served, those that have given their lives to protect our country and to make it the amazing place that it is. And it is a truly incredible country that we live in. And I'm so happy that I'm here. I am going to bring the Brubaker box on out to a car show. I'm going to go to the Fallbrook Car Show. It's they've been running the show down in northern San Diego County for, I think it's something like 58 years. I mean, this has been going on for a long, long time. In fact, I went to the Fallbrook Car Show with my father back in 1974, I think it was. Maybe it was 72. We brought the 34 Packard that we had, and we won a first place at the Fallbrook show. So it's a show that has a special place in my heart, and I'm going to bring the Brubaker box down there to show it off because I've been working on it more. I've done a lot more little details on it. I've got the wipers installed on here, as you can see. I've got some dome lights installed on the inside, the visors up on the top. I've done some further detailing, buffing, polishing, and so on and so forth. And it's really looking sweet. And it's going to be a blast to bring it out there and share it with the public. I really enjoyed showing it down at the Temecula Rod Run, even though it wasn't really a part of the show. Those people that came to check it out really seemed to enjoy it. And I really, really got a kick out of people tripping out on this wild machine. So another thing I wanted to tell you about is this. See if I can get this here. I found a guy online that does some really amazing t-shirt designs and that sort of thing. And he drew up this cartoon of the Brubaker box, even put the Carchaeology logo down here. And I have shirts available that are on the YouTube channel. If you go to stores or shop or whatever the heck it is, there is some merchandise there. You can not only buy a Brubaker box t-shirt, there are also stickers like the one here on the back, as well as some Carchaeology logo merchandise as well. So if you buy something there, please do, because that really helps support me in doing what I'm doing. I really don't make much off of these videos at all. In fact, quite often I wonder why I go through the effort, but I do enjoy the feedback from people. I think all of you people enjoy watching what I'm up to, and I'm so thankful for that. And if you can show a little support by buying some merch, well then awesome. That would be great. I very much appreciate it. I want to apologize for not posting a couple videos in the past week. I've actually been a little under the weather, but I am back up and at it and feeling good. And I think all is well, which is quite a relief. But in any case, Brubaker box. Let's see, what else can I share? Oh, one more thing that I found. While I was recuperating, I ended up getting some more information on the Brubaker, another magazine article. And let me open that up here and see if I can find it. So going through some of the research on the Brubaker, I love doing this. It's one of my favorite things. I've got my photos of the start of the build, my own little story about it. And then I've got some of the documentation from Brubaker directly when he was first starting to sell the cars, talking about how to order one, out-of-state sales information, so on and so forth. And it also talked about cost for the body. Now, when Brubaker was selling these things, it was $39.95 that he was going to sell the body for. Now, that's quite a bit for a fiberglass body in 1972. But I noticed after Brubaker went bankrupt, because obviously he wasn't making any money, he ended up, everything got picked up by Mike Hansen from Auto Mecca. And that's where this car came from. You can see it's got one of the Auto Mecca badges on there. This is one of the 25 cars that were made at Auto Mecca. Now, one of these articles that I just got in the mail here, this is from Volkswagen Greats magazine, April 1977. Now, this was during the time that Automecca was doing the Brubaker. They called it the Automecca Sports Van or the Automecca Brubaker Sports Van. And you can see there's some really cool photos here of the cars being built. There's 4 of them lined up there. It looks like 5 in that same picture, which is pretty awesome. That's the most I've seen in any image. And then another thing that was interesting here is to look at the prices that were quoted for Automecca. Now, let's see, $39.50 for the standard body kit. So that remained the same, but the deluxe body kit, that pushed it up to $48.75. And then if you wanted Automecca to assemble your car, the price was, let's check it out here, see if I can get it in the screen, $52.65. Now, $5,265, and you needed to provide your own chassis, engine, wheels, and a whole bunch of other stuff. So I started looking around. In 1977, what did different cars cost? Well, the closest equivalent I could find to around that $5,200 mark was a Camaro Z28. So you could buy a brand new Z28 Camaro, drive it off the frickin' lot for the same amount of money that you would pay to have a Brubaker box put together by Automecca. And you'd have to provide a car for them to start with. So that's really pretty crazy when you think about it. You know, Z28 Camaro or just the body of the Brubaker box and the labor to assemble it. Kind of stout. No wonder they didn't really take off. In any case, through this research, I've also found some original patent drawings on the Brubaker box. When Curtis finished with it, he filed a patent on the design of it. And on that patent, there are 2 other names that are mentioned, and I started looking up those names. One of the names is Todd Gerstenberger, which coincidentally, I recently had a friend request through Facebook by a gentleman named Todd Gerstenberger. And I contacted him, and it turns out his father was the project manager, basically, for Brubaker back in the day. Now, there's another name on that thing as well, on the patent, and that is Harry Wykes. Now, that name popped into my memory because I've heard it before, and Gerstenberger as well sounded a bit familiar. So I did some research on these gentlemen, and both of them have had pretty illustrious careers in the automotive industry. One of the cars that Wyke was involved with that is a pretty famous and pretty badass ride were the Fox-bodied McLaren Mustangs, which you may have seen before. I've got a good friend that's in the process of restoring one of those, and when he found out that there was a correlation between his McLaren Mustang and the Brubaker box, he absolutely lost his mind. And so that was kind of fun. And I've contacted both of those guys. They're both still with us. They're both excited that there's a Brubaker box out there that's being restored. And they are both in Southern California, as is Curtis Brubaker. So my hope looking forward is to get together maybe with those 3 guys and have a bit of a reunion. This is a project that they worked on and dreamed about over 50 years ago. And it's a project that, well, quite frankly, kind of failed, but it's really gone on to have a life of its own post-production, not only with the Automecca cars, but also with popular culture and the reactions to it today. This car draws incredible crowds and has so much wow power. I've posted some photos of this stuff on Facebook, and it's gone absolutely viral, more so than any other car I think I've ever dealt with. And that's really pretty exciting. So to get back together with those guys, hear their stories about the Brubaker box, how it really came to pass, and what they think of it today and of that experience, I think is going to be really fun. So that's to come. It's not planned just yet. We'll see how that plays out, but I think it's going to happen. And in any case, Brubaker box, it's showtime. I'm going to bring this thing out to the Fallbrook Car Show. And if you're in the area, please swing on by and say hello. And look on the Facebook or on the page here, the YouTube page, and you'll see the info on the Brubaker box shirts, as well as the stickers and other merchandise. In any case, everybody, thank you so much for watching. Again, I am sorry for the delay the past couple of weeks. It was a bit unavoidable, but everything is looking good. I'm going to be back to it doing cool stuff now. So keep on watching. Have a good one. Keep on digging them up and driving them. Bye-bye.